Hi everyone, very good morning. Today our topic is how to use the listeners and most of the performance testing point of view in JMeter. What are the tools? Means what are the listeners you need to use or in general our validation point of view. Okay, today that is our topic. The topic is how to use listeners in Apache JMeter tool. Okay, that is our topic. And most of the time we need to use to the listeners is one is view results tree, view results table, and assessment results, aggregate report, aggregate graph, graph results, simple data writer, and summary report, save response to a file, generate summary results, and response time graph. Okay, total 11 listeners. Today I need to explain how we need to use or in general way. Okay, I'm just for testing purpose only I will use it to the sample application JPEG store. Okay, just a minute, I need to open to my JMeter. Okay, now I will add it to the thread group. Thread group I will add the sample HTTP request. Okay, in sample application I will give one is HTTPS JPEG store and the path. Okay, now the first one, view results tree. Okay, I need to add the view results tree listener. View results tree. Okay, can save this one first of all. Listeners 1.jmx. Okay, that is not a problem. First of all, it's already saved, right? Okay, I need to change. Listener underscore 1.jmx. I need to save this one. Now it's saved. Okay, no issue. First, you need to add the view results tree listener, right? Just you need to run that one. just one user only, it will be executed. Okay, now you need to execute it, right? Whenever you need to click this request, in generally is showing to the sampler results. Okay, the thread name, start, end date, format, IST format is India, right? After it, moving to load time, connect time, latency, how much of bytes need to send it and received bytes. Okay, header sizes, body size, sample, error count, data types, response codes and error messages will be showing, and request, what type of request you are sending. Okay, this is https:// and jpetstore dot aspectron.com is catalog. Okay, this is the request you send it. In request there is a headers also. Okay, what type of headers you have, you will send it. Okay, these details available, right? In response, what response you are able to get through server. Okay, this is the response now you are receiving in view results string, and these are the response headers. Okay, this is general information, right? You need to use every our listeners. In same way, there are so many methods. You can see there is a text format. Okay, you have a text format. This is everything text. You can use the text, right? Second one, you need to use a regular expression test. Okay, whenever you find the dynamic value, right? Whenever you find the dynamic value, you need to create some regular expressions that is based on characters, digits, special characters. Based on that one, your identification purpose, you create the dynamic correlation regular expression you created. That situation, okay, you need to be able to test. You can see regular expression and you need to be able to test, right? Example, displays any. Okay, example, you need to take this one. Okay, something you need to take okay, you given some regular expression, just you need to test, you able to find out the, you can see the match 1, match 0, match 1, right? Something it is matched that one. Okay, the specific where you need to take in that one, the specific one you matched, it's already showing 1. The match 1, which one you have to try to match, right? That way you need to test to the our regular expressions in regular expression section, and you need to proceed next step, and same regular expression only you need to give into the in your regular expression extractor element. Okay, that's the way you need to use. That is the main use for regular expression tester. You on spot in view results where you find out the dynamic value, right? That time only you are able to test successfully, and you need to use without any use. Okay, another one, boundary extractor tester. This one, right, you need to use example. You can take, this is the example you need to take. This is the regular your dynamic value, something you can remember. Okay, now I need to take until this point of it's a left boundary, and you need to take this one is the right boundary. Example, right? Just a minute. Okay, you can copy this one. Take right boundary. Now you need to test it, right? You can see the match count is 1. Whenever you find the dynamic value, right, you can check to the left and right boundary based. You need to find the specific dynamic value. The identification purpose you created, you can take it to the, you create a regular expression extractor, right? Left and right boundaries. That way you need to test. In same in view results tree listener only. Okay, that is the method called boundary extractor tester. After CSS selector tester, right? This is only specific elements of CSS only, not remaining all the aspects. Okay, you can see CSS selector tester only. Okay, whatever CSS selectors you have, right, you can select them and you can test it. There is no any specification how. Now I will show you, right? Same only. This is also same only, the JavaScript based. You can provide the selector and attributes and you need to test. Okay, after JSON path tester, this is JSON path expression. Okay, JSON path means how you need to take the your XPath extractor, right? Same way only you need to take it to the JSON path extractor and you need to provide it them. Okay, that way you need to also you able to test the future in JSON path tester when wherever you require. Okay, that is also one of the method. After XPath2 tester and XPath tester. Okay, XPath is example, you can take the XPath, right? This is XPath tester means example, you something any web page, there is a specific button you need to click, right, through automation point of view. That time you need to take the XPath. The same way the XPath where it's available, which style sheets and which exact type of format and where it's available, the path you need to select to XPath query and you need to test able to properly able to identify the specific button or not. And the same button only you need to use your validation purpose also. Okay, that is the way you need to use the XPath query. After XPath2 tester, right, it little bit advanced in the spot only you need to test everything, but the query it's a very shortcut method only you need to use. Okay, how you need to use this specific one. Okay, based on you what type of format you selected, the format based only you need to proceed, not for fully. Okay, it's very short. Exactly the button it's available, right? Which button you need to press, the button exactly the path only you need to take, no more full body of the path. Okay, this is JSON JMeter path tester. Okay, this is JSON JMeter path tester, right? This is more most of the time it's a rare casely only you need to use, not for every time. That is based on your requirement only you can need to check and you need to validate, otherwise it's not required. How the same format for JSON path only, JSON expression how you need to test, same way only need to test. Okay, you can see only in view results tree listener only there are so many ways, so many methods you need to try to test, and this is not only completed. You can see XPath tester, HTML source formatted, HTML download resource document, JSON, XML browser. Okay, not only one or two, right? I'm not able to explain everything how we need to work, but you need to practice it one by one. Each and everything it's available, user manual it's available, right? In user manual it's clearly mentioned. Okay, exactly which one how you need to use and what type of situation, with examples also. You need to practice one time, you also exam master how you need to use, but that is based on the situation only you need to use. Okay, otherwise it's not required. But there are so many methods, right? Sometimes example in load runner also, whenever you need to go to the analysis, right? Analysis each and every page documents, example you need to do something, one page you need to record it, right? The same page all the events everything will be collected. Okay, the same way in view results tree also there are so many ways you need to represent it to the whatever request you requested recorded. Okay, that is the way only you need to work. Okay, all the formats, all the ways you need to use, that is based on requirement only. Each and every time it will be changed. Okay, most of the time you need to use the people's, One is text regular expression tester and boundary extract tester only need to use. Remaining most of the time we did not use. Sometimes we need to use XPath also. Okay, and HTML sometimes we need to use. Okay, that is based on the requirement only need to use to the elements. Otherwise, it's not required. Okay, but knowledge point of view, you need to check that one. And you need to find there are so many requests will be executed, right? That time you need to find any specific request. You can give one, you can search it. That way also need to find. Another while you provided the path also, right? Whenever you need to use view results tree in through execution, it will consume more memory. That time you can disable it this path, disable this element, but you need to give the path. Okay, some location and file name you need to give, right? CSV file or any file. The test results automatically written to the that path only will be written. Okay, this element is means listener is disabled only, but still it's need to work. There is no issue. 100% you need to work. I am already tested that one also. Okay, this is one. Okay, these are the features available in view results tree element. Okay, now we need to disable this one. You can moving to the okay, now we need to go view results table. Okay, just need to execute. Okay, now you need to see the samples means it's a transactions. Okay, view results table will provide samples means it's a transactions count only will provide it. Start time. Okay, start time exactly hours, minutes, everything details very clearly mentioned to the start time. And thread name, you can see thread name. This is first user first iteration. 1-1 means first iteration, first user first iteration. That way only the user, how many users, how many iterations will be done, right? The unique queue purpose will be generated, thread based on that one will be generated. And label, what type of request you need to execute it, and sample time. This is total milliseconds only will provided how many transactions you have done. Otherwise the specific time only will provided. Status, you know, right, everyone, pass or fail only. Bytes, how many bytes you will receive, how many sent. Latency means it's a network related, totally network bandwidth based, with the network bandwidth also will provided. Connection means it's that is based on request you are sending to the server. Otherwise it's a database testing side, it's a database, the query database connection time only is provided. Okay, these are the details we provide, and you will be able to provide the path and you can get the results. This is also you need to work the results table also. Okay, and now you need to moving to next one. Already two completed, and third one is assertion results. Okay, whenever you need to use the assertion results, right, this assertion results will provide very clear details, be able to provide it. Okay, clear details. Okay, now I will show you that one. And this one also you need to use same, you can provide the path, right? Automatically all the log details, output details will provide it. Okay, based on your path. Okay, now you need to execute one request, and you need to see. Okay, the request is pass, right? This way you need to keep HTTP request, otherwise or still it's pass. It's already registered to the cookies. That result directly will show the results. Okay. Assertion results, the main use is whenever the request anything success, right, you can directly will show the request only the success, right. HTTP request same format, how results will be showing same only. But whenever the request is failed, right, once the request is failed, automatically will show the exactly what is the reason you need to fail and what is expecting, what is actual, everything very clear details will be provided. Okay, and there are so many logs will be keep on generated, right, you able to analysis, it's very easily you need to analysis. Okay, the issue find outing purpose. Okay, that reason you need to use the assertion results. Okay, that is one. And you can moving to next one, that is the major only need to use for the assertion results. Okay, most of the people you know, right, assertion means you need to verification only, but you will show the when the request is failed, you can show the very clear output. The log details will provided very clearly. Based on logs you can analysis and you can easily find out the issue what is that one. Otherwise you can give the path also, you will be able to find out the output. Okay, that is the way only need to work assertion results. Now we need to moving to next one, aggregate report. Okay, in aggregate report, okay, first one in aggregate report, first one directly you can mention, right, write the results to file or read from file. Okay, you can give a path and you need to execute it, right, automatically all the results will be written to the whatever path you provided, CSV or Excel file, you will write it everything. That is the first one. And the second one, it will provide it based on your test results. Okay, total how many transactions, this is HTTP request means it's a transactions, samples, how many transactions you have done, it's only one, average, minimum details. Okay, the response time details will provide it, 90% time or 95 99 means total 90% of response is good, the details, 95 response is good, you will provide 95, 99% response is good, the details are will provided. This is minimum and maximum, error percentage and throughput, it's a very important one, throughput, and received and sent bytes, it's a network related. Okay, received and sent bytes details will provided. Okay, these are the most of the time listeners will provided, and most of the time you need to use the aggregate report element. Listeners also need to use our test validation purpose. Okay, that is also one of the major element. But which time in most of the time you need to take what are the transactions, how many count, minimum, average, maximum, Some projects point of view need to take 90% line, some projects point 95% line will be taken, and error percentage, throughput, send bytes to received bytes on this type of element results only need to send it to the clients most of the time. Okay, the details will provide at the aggregate report. Okay, now you can, that's all this element. There is no more these details. Okay, now we need to go to the aggregate graph. Okay, you can go to the aggregate graph. Okay, this is the aggregate graph, one of the most important listener also. Now you need to set up to the minimum. Okay, now you need to see in aggregate graph, right? This is first, whenever you give the path, right, aggregate graph also will show store to the all the test results wherever you path you provided. That is first one. And the second one, total, wow, what is the transactions, samplers, okay, average, median, 95% line, 99% line, minimum, maximum, error, throughput, send bytes to received bytes. These details it's commonly provided how we need to provide the aggregate graph. But now there's another feature called graph. Okay, now we need to see aggregate graph. This is based on your test load based only. The average response time will provide at the based on graph, means how much of utilizations will be done. Okay, but okay, displaying graph also will, so you can see anything it's same only. Based on you need to do the your settings. You need to save anywhere, you can provide save table data, you can provide. And the average, median, 90% line, 99, sorry, 95, 99, minimum, maximum, what type of colors you want you can set up it packet. Okay, that is your own setup. Okay, there is no any changes. Okay, this is the value front, the sizes, width. Okay, you can say drag outline bar and show number of grouping, value, verbal, vertical, and you can provide any column name, column label selection, and title, graph title. You need to provide anything, you can provide. The size details only will provide it. And graph size, dynamic graph width, height, x-axis and y-axis, remaining general details only will provide it. But the okay, the main difference is it provides the graphical level only. Okay, you can use based on the how much of utilization you have done to the our test. Okay, you will able to provide the through graph. Okay, this is also sometimes it's a very useful. Okay, total you can see milliseconds, right? Total 1000 is 1 second only. Request is HTTP request, response time. Okay, this graphs also sometimes it's a very useful, means management, you don't know, right, technical, you don't have some technical knowledge. Whenever you represent the graphs, yeah, it's really accepted and it's very easily need to explain and easily understand. Okay, this is the aggregate graph. Now we need to go to the graph results. Okay, graph results. Okay, this is the graph results. Okay, this is also you able to provide the based on path you will get a test results. But now you need to see, 1 second. Okay, you can give 300 seconds. Now certain users, 4 seconds. Okay, now you need to see how the graph results need to work. First of all, data means what are the things you need to hit it to the server, right? That is the request only, it's a data. Average, median is the response time, and throughput is the output. How much of throughput will provided. Okay, deviation means they're based on what type of issues you will provided. Total number of samples, and your throughput also, and average also will be provided. Okay, this is based on dots based will provided this number. But one important thing is you be able to see through lively how your test is going. You need to something screen share to somebody, your clients or anything, that type of time. This is very useful. And one more important point is this type of listeners, right? It will be consume more memory. Okay, that is a heavy load test point of view. You can do not use these listeners. Okay, our general load you need to use. That is also your validation. Otherwise, any higher management, anything must and should you need to require, and yeah, that time you need to use. Okay. Okay, now you need to proceed. Error occurred starting thread group error message invalid duration. Okay. Oh, sorry. I need to do this place. Okay, now you need to start the test. You able to see the dots, right? The dots only, you can see how suddenly you need to hit it to the dots, how we need to work. Example, you can take, you can see how fastly you need to hit it, right? Based on the dots only. Example, this is very few load, but whenever you need to use huge load, right? There are so many huge type of data I need to hit it to the server, and how we need to work. Okay, that based you able to see the how user request will be going, and how many samples, what is the throughput, minimum, average, maximum, you able to see very easily. Okay, this is the mostly graphical representation, right? It's very important. You can see now most of the high priority, these two only. Okay, one is average response time. Average response time 1359 milliseconds, means 1.3 second, it's acceptable. And you can see the throughput also 416 418, almost 4.1. okay, it's a minutes, it's not a seconds, it's a minutes. Okay, that is based on the calculation, it's required based on TPH, transaction per hour, transaction per minute, transaction per second. That is based on only you will provide it. Now it's a TPM, transaction per minute. Per minute you can see 430 transactions may be related on the application. Okay, this is totally 5 minutes duration only. You can see the graph is keep on how the throughput will be increased. Okay, and whenever you will get the application point of view, right, response time you need to get very quickly, you need to get the response, and the more throughput you required. That is only every application you need to expecting, but that is variance. Okay, based on the scenarios you need to work. Okay, this is the way you are able to see how your application performing. Okay, this is very sample load, right? It's very slowly will showing. Based on that one, whenever you run to the heavy load, you will be able to understand how we need to work. And otherwise, now you need to check to the data, right? Something you can see to the data. You can see how the data is moving. Data is same level only. There is no any difference data point of view. Now you can go to the median. Median also same, average type only. Okay, it's the standard one. And deviation, you can see deviation, it's moving to go very down. Okay, this deviation means issues. Okay, this is the based. Okay, you need to understand how your application will be performed. Okay, you can see now it's moving same sizes, means now it's both on it's the same level only, but response time it's good, and throughput also it's good only, there is no any issue. But that is based on your application requirement point of view, how much you are expecting the throughput and how much response time is able to accept it. That is everything depends on. Okay, every case to case it change. Okay, this is the graph results. Now you need to move into the simple data writer. You can add that one. You can see simple data writer. Okay, this element, right, it's not provided any, there isn't any graphical data, it's not available, table format data also it's not available. Simple data writer, it's only provided based on log file only, you will provide the output. Okay, but one thing you can see, it's a configure, right? There are so many things it's available. You can see save as XML, save elapsed time, save success, save response messages, which one you require. Okay, based on that one you can select it and you can done. Whenever you click done, right, this columns data only you able to get it to the this columns data. What type of test you executed, right, that results it's available the specific column, yeah, it will write it. Okay, now you can see this one. Okay, only 60 seconds only, it's not more than. Okay, okay, you can see now you need to run, right, you can save and you can run it. Just you can wait test 100.csv. You can see test 100, it's already created, right? Once test is completed, I will show you. Just 60 seconds only, it's not more than. Yeah, now it's completed, right? You can go and see. Okay, you can see what are the elements, I mean options you selected, and whenever you run the test, right, the columns are matching. Okay, automatically it's displayed. You can see elapsed time, timestamp and label, response codes and response messages, thread names, data type, success, failure, bytes and bytes, GRP threads and all thread counts. Okay, URLs, latencies, ideal connect time. This basically you need to provide the Excel report, and what details you require you can collect it and you can represent to the clients. Okay, that is the way you need to work to the simple data writer. Okay, now you understand how you need to work that one, and now you can move into the next one. Second, summary report. Okay, this is also very important one. Okay, summary report also, it's almost provided how aggregate report you need to provide it, right? Same way only. Now you can go to the element. Okay, summary report, just you can hit one request only, it's enough, not more than. You can see label will be provided, what type of request, it's a transaction name, samples, how many samples you hit means request will be hit, average, minimum, maximum, standard deviation means it's a middle of based on the formula will provide the standard deviation exactly, and error percentage. Throughput is very important, throughput, sent receive bytes and average bytes only will provide it. But whenever you collect the results right in the summary report, it's need transaction name and minimum, average, maximum response time, error percentage and throughput, sent and receive bytes. Not for average, sent and receive bytes only it's required. Okay, these details only you can collect it, right? It's very easily to represent. Okay, and even provide the path also, you're able to get the results to Excel or CSV. Based on what type of format you require, that format you can provide and you can get it. Okay, after you can move into next one. Save response to a file. Okay, save response to a file. This one is a little bit different. I will show you save response to a file. You can see save response to a file, right? Save response to a file. You can see the save condition. Save successful response only. Save failed response only. Do not save transaction controller sample results. Okay, now we need to select just our verifications, how we need to work, right? You can see is save successful response only, but most of the time we need to use save failed response only, but our just general checking purpose only save successful response only. Okay, save details, variable name. Okay, variable name containing saved file name. Okay, file name prefix can be include folder, that is based on your requirement you need to use. Okay, add timestamp, minimum length of sequence number. Okay, I will add timestamp, minimum length of sequence number is I will give 10. Okay, variable name containing saved file name, right? Variable name on containing saved file name, right? Okay, just you can run it one time. You can see this is the way you need to generate the results. Now test is completed, right? You can give the file name, prefix can include folders. You can give the not format, folder name you need to give, otherwise directly you can give the name also, it's enough. Okay, I will give test22 only, and the maximum length of sequence number 10 only, means whenever you run, keep on running, right, only 10 files only need to be created. But name, you can see save response to file, means it's everything, each and every request response very in detail you need to store this one. Okay, whenever you face any issues, anything, you can easily need to identify that issue. Okay, mainly this listener you need to use it. You can see now you need to go this one, right? You can see test22 one only. Okay, you can see each and every request this format based only, you need to create the files based on your sequence number. Okay, exactly the specific page or which request will be hitted, that all the details very clearly need to provide it. Okay, that way you need to find out the response request and response issues, or any something you need to fail, what type of error messages you able to get. Okay, or otherwise any some other issues you will face. Okay, that type of issues analysis purpose, it's very useful. Save response to a file listener. Okay, just you can practice 1 or 2 times, right? You also understand how we need to work, but each and everything I am not able to explain, right? You can show it's a very lengthy video. Okay, that reason. Now you need to disable this one also. You can move it to generate summary results. You can go to the generate summary results. Okay, generate summary results means this one, it did not generate anything in front of the GUI. It's generated only log files only will generate it. Example, you can see this place only will generate it. Now you will be able to see. Maybe now you are able to see, right? You can see generate summary results 1N000002 means a timestamp and average, minimum, maximum, error percentage. Okay, how many started, failed, everything based on logs. Why you need to create this one, right? Sometime you are not able to getting to the any results to the in your specific based on your requirement. You will write something code, anything, right? Whenever you get the results and generate summary results, that type of listener you need to use it to. You can easily, you need to get the results everything to in logs only. Okay, this is also one of the most important listener. Okay, that is based on your requirement you need to use that one also, but just a sample point of view I will show you how you need to work that one. Okay, this is the way everything, any results you executed, right? The results you need to get the through logs only you able to get the data. Okay, that is the main work. Okay, now you need to close this one also. Okay, how we need to open the logs, right? You can see whenever you click this icon, show the logs, and whenever double click, it's closed that one. Okay, last one, response time graph. Yeah, it's a very important one, any performance tester. This is the response time graph. How the aggregate graph you need to work, right? Same only, there is no more any difference, same features you can easily you can see, right? Last time it's not available any graph, right? You can run just for 10 users, 20 is ramp up. I did not give anything, just 60 seconds only I need to run this one. You can see whenever you give the path, right, you can provide the path results, and you are able to configure what type of elements you require. You can configure. That is also one of the feature. And settings, right, the interval, how many milliseconds you need to intervals you need to require, and apply the intervals. And the filters means the sample label selection, that is based on what type of application you executed backend, that based only you need to provide. Okay, graph title. Okay, this graph title you need to provide. Okay, it's automatically will come response time graph, but you need to add something, right? You can add it. That is one. Remaining based on the size, styles, font only. Okay, remaining everything is same how aggregate graph it's available, same one, there is nothing else. But it's provided response time graph based on the future. Okay, the response time graph it's will provided to the response, everything you able to get through directly through graph only. Okay, this is the response time graph, right? It's not much duration, just 60 seconds only I am able to running the test. You need to see the how you need to work that one. Yeah, now you need to able to see, right, how the response you need to go in. Whenever you're starting the very high number, but keep on going to down, and one of the point will be standard, right? This the way the graph also you need to able to show. Okay, and this same graph only you can take and you can represent to client. That is very easy. This is very small user load and very small duration. Just actually my intention, every listener, what are the features available and how you need to use, when you need to use that one. Okay, that is only this video main intention. That is only I will showing this all the, it's already same features only. How to aggregate graph will be showing, same only response time graph also. Okay, but when you need to show to the clients, right, the clients he did not understand exactly what is what, you need to show to the graph level and you can explain it. That is the main intention. Okay, most of the management also you need to doing same way only. Okay, okay, this is the way you need to work to the response time graph. Okay, now most of the time it's completed this one. Okay, most of the time you need to use to our listeners also view result stream, view result table, and accession results. Okay, sometime you need to use the simple data writer. Okay, these are the elements most of the time use, but remaining total 11 elements, most of the time all the performance testings will be covered this listeners. Remaining also there are so many listeners available, but that is based on your project only you able to get. Most of the application current days you need to get the web application only, right? That reason it's not getting remaining. But who are the people is interested, you need to learn, right? Yeah, I will provide at that videos. Yeah, okay, you need to learn how you need to use, and you able to get any that type of project, right? You able to easily need to understand. This is one of the document video, and you able to see easily how we need to proceed. Okay, just one of the example how the project you need to work, the type of protocols or remaining listeners. Okay, yeah, that's all guys, this video. Maybe now you need to understand what are the most important listeners. This 11 only, most of the projects point of view you will able to use, and these listeners you will learn. Yeah, that is very sufficient, and you need to understand how you need to use, what time you need to use, and how, what are the details is most important. You need to collect the results and you need to represent to the client. That is very important point. Okay, okay, just you need to practice 2-3 times. Okay, you also easily need to understand this one how we need to use. Okay, yeah, that's all guys, this video. Our topic also it's already completed, how to use to the listeners in Apache JMeter tool. Okay, yeah, I will connect to my next video and provided the remaining details. Thank you very much everyone. Bye.